In Solo Leveling, the architect observes the battle with amusement, remarking that humans are entertaining playthings. He then provokes Hunter Cha, daring her to defy his design and surpass his expectations. In response, Cha unleashes her sword dance skill, engaging the crazed architect in an intense duel. Their blades collide in a rapid exchange of strikes, but despite her speed and precision, the architect effortlessly counters. With a swift motion, he delivers a deep slash across Cha's shoulder, rendering her arm useless. Scoffing at her struggle, the architect taunts that humans are ultimately predictable, doomed to follow the paths set for them. He arrogantly proclaims that his design accounts for every possible outcome, ensuring that their futile attacks will never break through his defenses. As he continues boasting about his flawless strategy, he is suddenly struck in the face by a magic attack. Choi Jong-in stands firm, reaffirming their only option. They must wake up Sung Jinwoo. At that moment, Mommy Cha seizes the opportunity and charges toward the unconscious Hunter. However, the architect reacts instantly, intercepting her with frightening speed. Mommy Cha is forced to retreat, narrowly dodging his lethal strike. As she swiftly jumps back, the architect, impressed by her quick reflexes, acknowledges her ability to evade his attacks. But just as he speaks, something catches his eye, a shadow soldier tethered to the female hunter. Though the room's rules prevent the shadow from manifesting fully, the architect is visibly disturbed. The fact that the king assigned a soldier to her unsettles him. He demands to know how they found this place and what their connection to Sung Jinwoo is. Cha, standing her ground, boldly declares that they are Jin Woo's friends and have come to rescue him. The architect, now questioning the king's intentions, decides to put her to the test. He proclaims that today, one of the great monarchs will descend upon this world. He then delivers a chilling ultimatum. She will be allowed to witness this historic moment, but everyone else will perish where they stand. Not on my watch. A voice suddenly interrupts. Before anyone can react, Jin Wu appears in a blur, delivering a devastating punch that shatters the architect's jaw. The monstrous entity reels from the unexpected blow as Jin Wu glares at him, demanding to know what he has done to his body. Woo Jin-chul is left in shock, while Choi Jong-in exhales in relief. Cha Hai-in stands frozen, unable to believe what she's seeing. The architect stumbles, collapsing under Jin Woo's overwhelming presence. "You're not the king," the monster mutters, his voice laced with disbelief. How could Jin Woo be standing in the king's place while still maintaining his own consciousness with a black heart? Jin Woo furrows his brows, feeling the immense energy coursing through him. He wonders if this overwhelming power is truly coming from the black heart. Then, the system delivers a notification. Jin Woo has been acknowledged by this force. As a result, he remembers how to defeat the Demon King, Baron of White Salt, and is granted the effect of Black Heart, increasing his mana by 100,000. After Jin Woo's devastating punch sends the architect crashing to the ground, he immediately senses the fear in the statue's reaction. It's obvious now, the architect never intended for Jin Woo to awaken the Black Heart's power, and it certainly wasn't meant to make him stronger. Realizing the data recall failed to answer all his questions, Jin Woo demands the truth. He wants to know why the architect was against him being chosen as a player, what a player truly is, and what the architect's real purpose was. However, instead of an explanation, the architect lets out a desperate scream. "No!" He howls, his voice filled with rage and panic. He calls Jin Woo the Shadow Monarch and warns that the other monarchs won't simply stand by while he grows stronger. Ignoring the architect's hysterics, Jin Woo calmly summons his daggers. "Just answer my questions," he orders. The architect, still in disbelief, mutters that things weren't supposed to turn out this way. But now, he thinks he understands why Jin Woo was chosen. Before he can say more, the air around them shifts. The other hunters stiffen as the once motionless statues begin to stir. Grinning, the architect declares that if he dies, no one will be able to stop his creations. Jin Woo, unimpressed, meets his gaze and replies, "And what if I kill you first, and then your puppets?" The damaged statue falters, then issues one final warning. If Jin Woo kills the creator of the system, there's a chance he'll revert back to being an E-rank hunter. Jin Woo considers this for a moment before smirking. "I've thought about that too." He explains that even if the system's creator perishes, the system itself won't simply collapse. It's already been set in motion. The architect shrieks in frustration, swearing that he will destroy, but before he can finish, his voice cuts off. A look of shock crosses his face as he realizes something terrifying. The system is blocking his access. How? He stammers. Jin Wu steps forward, his tone calm yet commanding. I saw this coming, he says. Remember what I told you? I'll devour the system. Or rather, I'll make it my own. The architect's face twists in horror. This is impossible, he screams. Jin Wu tilts his head slightly, his expression unreadable. Looks like your design had flaws, he remarks. Before the architect can react, Jinwoo moves. In the blink of an eye, he carves apart the system's creator, ending him completely. As the architect disintegrates, his final words echo through the chamber. He speaks of a prophecy. When the pillars of fire rise to uphold the heavens, death will come for you. Jinwoo exhales unfazed. So be it, he mutters. The Bravery Guild anxiously waits outside the dungeon, wondering what's taking the Hunters Guild so damn long inside. Their concerns turn into shock when the elite hunters finally emerge, bloodied, wrecked, and barely holding themselves together. The sight of the strongest hunters in such a ruined state leaves the Bravery Guild members speechless, questioning what kind of hell unfolded in that high-ranking gate. As the tension builds, Jinchul steps forward and grimly requests help in carrying out the fallen, the last ones to leave the dungeon. His mind lingers on the architect, still haunted by the countless unanswered questions gnawing at him. Meanwhile, Jincho reflects on the sheer magnitude of the disaster, realizing that if a dungeon break had happened, the destruction would have been catastrophic. The fact that 20 of the top elite hunters were wiped out is staggering, and he struggles to comprehend why Jin Wu faced this nightmare alone. Jin Chol never expected the casualties to spiral to such a tragic level. Amid the aftermath, Jin acknowledges that his survival was only possible thanks to the aid of the Hunters Guild and the Monitoring Division. He admits that he had personally requested their cooperation as soon as he learned Jin Wu had entered the double dungeon. Even with those precautions, the result was still a disaster. The chief of surveillance shifts his attention to Jin Wu, demanding answers. How the hell did he even find the double dungeon in the first place? The Shadow Monarch, unfazed, replies in his usual calm but cryptic manner. The dungeon summoned him. Jinchul eyes him skeptically, pressing for clarification. Jin elaborates, explaining that he received a message, something only he could see, proving this wasn't just some freak coincidence. His words carry weight, and despite the mystery, he seems to be telling the truth. Noticing his exhaustion, Mommy Cha asks, "Are you all right?" Jin Wu, holding himself together for just a second longer, simply replies, "I'm fine," right before passing the hell out.